let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, do it, do it, do it. Here we come, here we go. We gotta rock, 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 rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we on top, feel the shot, body rock, rockin', don't stop, round and round, up and down, around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday to Sunday. Keep winning. You know what we say, party every day, party every day, and I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Woo-hoo. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for I'm so tired, I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. Funny how it feels so much, I cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, oh, we can't be heard. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for so afraid to love you, more afraid to lose, clinging to a past that doesn't let me choose. But once there was a darkness, deep and endless night. stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others, let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
Created using Powtoon.
Gotta hold on easy as I let you go. Gonna tell you how much I love you, though you think you already know. I remember I thought you looked like an angel wrapped in pink, so soft and warm. You've had me wrapped around your finger since the day you were born. Beautiful baby from the outside in, chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this old world, but to me, you know you'll always be my little girl. When you were in trouble, that crooked little smile milled my heart of stone. Now look at you, I've turned around and you've almost grown. Sometimes you're asleep, I whisper I love you in the moonlight at your door. As I walk away, I hear you say, Daddy, love you more. Beautiful baby from the outside in, chase your dreams, but always know the road that'll lead you home again. Go on, take on this whole world, but to me, you know you'll always be
Good evening. I'm Tanya Harris, principal, Waxahachie High School. I think they did an amazing job for somebody that didn't get to practice. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job, seniors. I would like to welcome you to the greatest house in Texas, home of the Indians. Tonight, we celebrate the class of 2020. I would like to welcome all of you to tonight's ceremony. And at this time, I would like to invite Hannah Stevens, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Bonnie Kane, and our school board president, Dusty Autry, to the platform.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Would everyone please rise? Oh, we're good. Seniors, family, friends, and administration, the senior class partnering with the WISD administration recognizes that our country is in the midst of turmoil. Our nation is hurting. We hear your cries for equality in an unjust world. Seniors, many of us have been together since kindergarten. Please know I hear your cries and I stand with you in the fight for equality. I believe we can bring unity in a time when many have experienced division. In a sign of solidarity, I ask that everyone join me in a moment of silence as we pray for our nation. You may be seated.
Good job.
I am grateful that we live in a country that allows us to have the opportunity to express our thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. Many of our families and friends have served or made the ultimate sacrifice for that freedom. In a few weeks, several of our classmates will leave to serve our country. We would like to recognize them at this time. When I call your name, please stand. Diego Ramirez, Abraham Franklin, Joseph Gilliland, Gunnar Herron, Joshua Stevens, James Davison, Dylan Einfeld, Brandon Rodriguez, Robert Drolette, William Dunbar, Keyshawn Jones, Dylan Graham, Nathaniel Parker, Gajamar Aquino, Andrew Chapman, J.C. Hendricks, Alexander Parilla, Seth Parker, Eric Simpson, Anthony De La Cruz, and Robert Rear. Now, would those of you in our audience that have served in our country please rise? Would you please join me in recognizing those that have served and soon will serve? Everyone, please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Please welcome Braden Garcia to the stage.
Oh, there's a lot of people. Okay. Will everyone please welcome Jocelyn Hernandez for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Will everyone please bow their heads and pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, I want to pray for the people here and for the people watching this live. Lord, I pray for the graduates today. I pray that while they are on their walk for adulthood, that they wear the armor, that they wear the full armor of you, Lord, to protect themselves from the evil that will tempt them along their walk. Lord, I also want to pray for the people in the cities that are going through a rough time, Lord. Lord, I pray that we can all grab hands and be united not as just brothers and sisters of color, but brothers and sisters in Christ, Lord. Lord, I also pray for a physical, mental, and spiritual growth for all of us, Lord. Lastly, Lord, I want to pray over the class of 2020 as we move into the next chapter of our life, Lord, and that we have your protection every step of the way. And all God's people said. And will everyone please help me welcome Reagan Ward, Student Council Class Treasurer.
The senior class would like to thank the Waxahachie ISD Board of Trustees for their tireless service to our district. President, Mr. Dusty Autry. Vice President, Mr. Clay Schoolfield. Secretary, Mr. Judd McCutcheon. Trustee, Mr. John Rogers. Trustee, Mrs. Kim Kriegel. Trustee, Mrs. Melissa Starnader. Trustee, Mrs. Debbie Timmerman. Please welcome Anthony Vasquez, Student Council Secretary.
We would like to thank the WISD and WHS administration for all their support. Superintendent Dr. Bonnie Kane. Executive Director of Secondary Learning, Dr. David Averett. Deputy Superintendent and Legal Counsel, Lee Ovenshine. Assistant Superintendent of Business and Finance, Ryan Calden. Principal of Waxahachie High School, Tanya Harris. Assistant Principal, Randall Buck. Assistant Principal, Sean Cagle. Assistant Principal, Jeanette Middleton. Assistant Principal, Nancy Moore. Assistant Principal, Matt Queen. Assistant Principal, Paul Toll. And Director of Alternative Learning, Dr. Al Benskin. Please welcome Marissa Bell Garza, Senior Class Vice President, to the stage.
Waxahachie campus administrators, faculty, staff, and the senior class of 2020 are thankful for the monumental contribution to the success of these graduates made by their parents and guardians. Every day we see evidence of this guidance, and we recognize the sacrifices you have made to get us to this important milestone in our lives. If you are a parent or guardian of one of tonight's graduating seniors, would you please stand up so that we may express our appreciation to you? We are also honored this evening to have the grandparents of many of our graduates in the audience tonight. The foundation you have laid has resulted in tonight's celebration of achievement. If you are the grandparent of one of tonight's graduating seniors, will you please stand so that we can recognize the contributions you have made? Tonight, we would also like to take time to recognize those who have played an integral role in the education of the 2020 senior class. If you are an educator who taught members of the graduating class, will you please stand so that we can recognize your dedication to these students? Thank you. Please welcome back to the stage Mrs. Tanya Harris.
At this time, I would like to honor two very special people. This is not something we see very often, but if Deanna Rexrod would please stand. Deanna had 100% attendance for 13 years. She never missed a day of school. Next, if Brian Munoz would please stand. Brian has been present for 12 years consecutively and never missed a day of school in 12 years. That is quite an accomplishment. Congratulations to the two of you. Now I am going to have the pleasure of introducing two amazing young ladies. These two young ladies are serving as our Valedictorian and Salutatorian. Not only do they sit together tonight, but they have been friends on the soccer field since they were 6 years old. They've been on this journey for a very long time. They are incredible young ladies, and I know that they have a bright and promising future ahead of them. I am honored to serve as their principal. Please welcome our Salutatorian, Caitlin Richardson.
Good evening. To prepare for today, I tried reflecting on the graduations I've attended and all of the brilliant speeches I've heard so I could write this one, but it turns out that I couldn't remember any of them, so I paid a freshman to write this last night, so hope it's good. Seriously though, I have wrestled with what to say to you today at a graduation we did not think we would have. I could fill this speech with plenty of wise sayings that you won't remember in the morning. I could tell you to follow your dreams, to never stop dreaming until all of your dreams come true. I could tell you that. But the thing is that while some people are busy dreaming, the happy, the successful people are busy doing. Dreamers look to the future and they hope. They start sentences with, I want to be, or I wish. I want to be a writer. I wish I could travel around the world. You imagine it, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? I mean, that's what Oprah and Bill Gates and Iron Man did to get successful, right? No. Dreams do not come true simply because you dream them. Hard work is the main ingredient that catalyzes your ability to achieve your dreams. Hard work converts a dream to reality. Whether you know your dream or you're sitting in that chair and you're feeling overwhelmed because you don't know what your passion is, it doesn't matter. You don't always have to know. You just have to keep moving forward. Do something. Seize the next opportunity. Your life may not be the perfect vision that you have. 10 years from now, coming home from your perfect job, sitting in your mansion by your perfect pool. No. Perfect is boring. But you never know where an opportunity can take you. It can lead you to a life that is even better than you dreamed. I'm standing before a class of people who have defied dreams and have dealt with a senior year that is frankly quite the opposite of perfect. Do you think that Raina Ross would have ever achieved scoring more than 1,000 points in her WHS basketball career if she just dreamed about it? Do you think that we would be getting a diploma tonight if we just waited for it to magically happen? A lot of times we just go with the flow and only act when needed. We stand still, we don't move forward, and our dreams remain dreams. However, if you want to make something happen, make it happen. Only when we become proactive and not reactive will things change. Only when we become proactive will our dreams become possible. So to all of the parents, educators, friends, family that made getting a diploma possible, to all of the almost graduates sitting before me, and the ones sitting at their house eating Doritos while they watch this, if you don't remember anything from this speech, remember to make your dreams a reality. If you don't remember anything from this speech, remember that we have the power to make things happen. Remember that power and use it. Congratulations for the billionth time, class of 2020, and Roll Tribe. Now it is my very good pleasure to welcome to the stage our valedictorian, Rebecca Ramirez. We have been friends forever, and she is part of the reason why I passed calculus this year, even though I fell asleep in class all the time. But don't tell Miss Wynn that, so.
Hey, class of 2020! I want to begin by thanking our teachers, directors, coaches, parents, siblings, and friends who have provided endless support through the good times and the uncertainties, as well as the administrators who led us to this point and made it possible to be here tonight. I would also like to say thank you to those of you who could not be here tonight. Thank you for sacrificing this experience for the safety of others. Everyone always says graduating is like opening a new chapter of a book, but I don't really feel like we're in a book. I feel more like I'm in a movie. Most coming-of-age movies end with the big finale at graduation or prom night. I feel like someone was watching our movie and they just paused it. They paused it, walked into the next room, and began watching a post-apocalyptic film where the characters must barter for toilet paper. Now, coming-of-age characters are not written to withstand the apocalypse. I think we have all found ourselves very lost, confused, sad, angry, disappointed, and scared in the last 3 months. But we're here. One of my favorite artists, Frida Kahlo, said that at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. I want everyone to take a moment to remember everything we did. Our culture puts a lot of importance on events such as prom, but just because we did not get to participate in our final semester, we cannot negate the things we did do. We went to school for 12 years, we only missed 3 months. We are all talented, brilliant, and determined young people. We have accomplished so much in our time at WHS and beyond, such as hosting clothing drives, breaking records in sports, our band going to state in our first year as a 6A school, and our one-act play team winning first place at every contest we went to this year. Granted, there was only one, but still. I know what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is cliche, but I truly believe these experiences will make us stronger humans. Ben Platt wrote a song inspired by quarantine called So Will I, and in it he says, losing only teaches you to not take things for granted. We have heard this 100 times, but now I think we truly feel the weight of it. We are living proof of this idea that tomorrow is not promised. That statement has so much more depth now, and I believe we will live more meaningful lives from the lessons we've learned this year. I know we still don't really know when things will get back to normal, but I want to leave you with one last challenge, to always live in this moment. I have recently realized that I have spent a lot of my life wishing I was somewhere else, wishing class would end, wishing I was at the beach, etc., but we cannot waste our lives away wishing we were in a different time or place. We should self-reflect each day and make sure we are mentally and physically 100% present where we are. We do not know if we will ever have the opportunity to be there again, so we must make the most of it. Well, I think that's all the time I have, so thank you, WHS, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our fantastic student body president, Mackenzie Bryce.
On Wednesday, March 4th, I went into senioritis mode as I anticipated leaving the next day for the theater trip to New York City. On Wednesday, March 4th, I slept in almost every class and rolled my eyes at the slightest force of participation in discussions. On Wednesday, March 4th, as I walked out of the building on my off period to start packing, I thought to myself, forget this, I'm going to NYC, thinking that I would return in a week and a half. On Wednesday, March 4th, I had no idea that it would turn into my last day of high school ever. It still irks me the way I strolled out of Waxahachie High School, never again to inhale the wafting scent of the cafeteria food, bump into hurried shoulders and backpacks in the crowded hallways, or to even plop myself down on a comfy library chair in the morning. Never could I even allow authentic senioritis to set in as I eagerly anticipated end-of-year activities such as skip day, how ironic is that now, and senior week. Despite this, I've learned with all my time at home that just because we're yanked out of our normal lightning speed lives into the lull of our own homes doesn't mean that we have to find a new side hustle or to lose weight. The Head and the Heart song, Let's Be Still, says plainly, so just for the moment, let's be still. Within that stillness, there's room for listening, for understanding, for acceptance of opinions and ideas different than your own. There are pieces of artwork in everyday life that are never noticed until you're void of the frenzy of normal life. For instance, I've noticed how serene my 0.3-acre backyard is despite living in the center of town, and how bright the smiles of the regulars on my local bike trail are. Most importantly, I've discovered calmness in my roaring thunderstorm of thoughts. When you are able to stop, only then can you go. When you truly listen and clear your mind, you are able to stand for your beliefs and set authentic change in motion. When I go to college this fall, I won't let the daunting mood of senioritis set in, whether it's wanting to get out of a class or counting down the days to vacation. Just for this moment in this little time lapse in history that we have been given, let's all remember to stop, behold, and be still. Morgan Freeman once said, learning how to be still and let life happen, that stillness becomes a radiance. With our minds open and our hearts unguarded, we are able to stand as a united front rather than a divided nation. Lastly, I want to take this time to thank the essential workers who have risked their lives to serve our community, especially the healthcare workers. You are the true heroes. I also want to thank the teachers during my high school career that have inspired me every day, as well as my family. Thank you for your constant support and love, even when I am an annoying teenager. Here's to the queens and kings of Senior Skip Day, the test monkeys of online high school, and the school year that we can tell our grandkids about. Thank you, and congrats, the class of 2020. Now, Tanya Harris back to the stage.
This is a somber moment. This is a moment that no principal ever wants to have to go through. Excuse me, I'm sorry. On May the 3rd, 2020, we lost one of our seniors in a car accident. Ivan Machuca lost his life that day, and he should be walking across this stage with all of these young men and young women tonight. But instead, his brother Brian is going to come up on the stage tonight, and he is going to receive a diploma for his brother. Brian, would you please come at this time? Thank you all. You may be seated. Dr. Kane, I am pleased to present to you the Waxahachie High School Indian Class of 2020. There are before us 551 exceptional students. I have verified that each of these seniors have met the requirements of TEA, Texas Education Agency, and the Waxahachie Independent School District. Each of these students should be awarded a diploma at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. To you, the Waxahachie High School Class of 2020, I extend my warmest congratulations and wishes for a happy and successful future. Mr. President Dusty Autry, would you? Mr. Autry, Ms. Harris, the principal of Waxahachie High, has verified these students are eligible to receive their diploma. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas and the Waxahachie Independent School District Board of Trustees, I certify them. Their diplomas may be granted at this time.
We are going to not only award diplomas tonight, parents, but our gift to seniors. I have a COVID cord for each of them because they survived COVID in this pandemic. I also have a W lapel pin that says Class of 2020, the ones that survived a worldwide pandemic. And we will be awarding each senior one of these as they come across the stage tonight, and then they will follow and accept their diploma from our school board president. Seniors, you may begin.
Sean Polk. Yesenia Saucedo. Rebecca Danielle Ramirez. Caitlin Elizabeth Richardson. Maria Bernadette Miner. Colton Travis Lee. Jaden Frank Patterson. Mackenzie Taylor Bryce. Claudia Mackle. Emily Bowers. Brooke McKenna Troll. Lacey Diane Mott. Braden Greg Garcia. Marissabel Garza. Garrett Ryan Rue. Hannah Bell Stevens. Anthony Isaac Vasquez. Reagan Dice Ward. Hunter Wyatt Abelos. Raquel Alyssa Acosta. Alua Nafimi Daniel Ayagoro. Rusty Lee Allen. Mostafa Almomani. Tala Nazar Baker Alsamak. Gabriela Alvarenga. Isaac Alvarez. Kimaria LaShawn Anderson. Basma Amer. Christian Andrade Rodriguez. Austin James Andrus. Jacob John Andrus. Ashley Marie Apodaca. Gadhumar Aquino. Adrian Jade Arevalo. Leslie Alexandra Arispe. Grant Hindley Armstrong. Madison Janelle Armstrong. Brendan Ty Aubrey. Madison Denise Babers. Rosario Baez. Benjamin Brigham Barker. Cameron Stafford Barnes. Aaliyah Brianna Barrientos. Alexa Taylor Barone. Morgan Elise Baxter. Madison Aria Bazemore. Claire Marie Bedingfield. Jordan Jell Beecham. Jackson Tate Bell. Seth Benitez. Jalen Bernard Benson. Gary Lynn Benson Jr. Nicholas Sebastian Bernal. Taylor Laurel Berry. Preston Lee Bigham. Michael Dylan Birdwell. Blaze Allen Blaylock. Caitlin Elizabeth Boudreau. Hayden Levi Boyd. Ellie Nicole Bristow. Hayden Ryan Brown. Peyton Christopher Brown. Ladarius Dwayne Bullocks. Brian Shamar Busby. Daniel Herbert Bush. Daniel Anthony Caliendo. Timothy Gerald Camarillo. Anthony Ray Cantrola. Lislet Viviana Cantu. Chase Andrew Carroll. Mariah Shanae Carter. Jeremy Emmanuel Castillo. Johan Castillo. Ashley Marlene Cerezo. Juan Carlos Cerezo Jr. Francisco Alexander Cerrone. Miguel Angel Chavez. Haley Faith Chance. Gibson Medlock Chandler. Shelby Dawn Chandler. Mia Gabrielle Charles. Joseph Matthew Chavez. Tristan Jacob Cheney. Ryan Elaine Chisley. Jovan Ariel Christensen. Caden McAllister Clinton. Alan Giroux Collins. Case Michael Cotton. Kobe Lee Courtney. Hope Juliana David. James Allen Davidson. Charles Dean Davis. Linnaeus Yvette Davis. Caroline Colleen Cross. Reginald Rashad Cox. Armando Cruz Cabrera. Casey Lucas Culver. Alessandra Grace Curran. Mitchell Anthony Daniels Jr. William Pyron Dean. Eva Leanne Dels. Marco Antonio Diaz Soto. Megan Franny Dickerson. Ashley Violet Domkowski. Kiara Nicole Donaldson. Robert Drames Drolet. Mitchell Wayne Duke. William Edward Dunbar. Cheyenne Nicole Dyer. Dante Jawan Edwards. Isaac Connor Embry. Jesus Eduardo Enriquez. Jamicia Ire Esparza. Adam Fabilla Jr. Alexis Denise Fairley. Trenton Riley Ferris. Meredith Stockman Fay. Omar Bahina Ferrer. Rodney Ferretees. Alyssa Michelle Fisher. Dylan Robert Fletcher. Dylan Michael Florence. Anthony Flores. Tornisha Lachey Flournoy. Tamaya Renee Fontenot. Cameron James Ford. Brian Jamal Keith Francis II. Abraham Josiah Franklin. Michael Reed Francese. Tyler Paul Friedman. Kylie McKenna Fuentes. Crystal Sarai Gabriola. Ariana Marie Gaditza. Luis Jacob Galicia. Galilea Galvan Juarez. Jorge Samuel Gondara. Michaela Gandara Sierra. Sammy Azalea Garay. Madeline Alexis Garcia. Levi Tate Gardner. Julian Miguel Garza Jr. Joshua Paul Gates. Travion Leandre Gaydon. Griana Victoria George. Joseph Garrett Gilliland. Ian Cruz Gonzalez. Leslie Denise Gonzalez. Miguel Angel Gonzalez. Viridiana Gonzalez. Christian Drake Anthony Gonzalez. Taylor Annalise Gonzalez Love. Abigail Catherine Goodwin. John Mark Goretzka. Dylan Patrick Graham. Takia Bronche Granger. Kaya Mackenzie Green. Melody Taylor Green. Jake Tanner Grimes. Joseph Matthew Grimes. Rebecca Ann Grumbles. Alexander D. Gutierrez. Angelica Desiree Gutierrez. Haciela Jeanette Gutierrez. Ryan Allen Hacker. Jalen Malik Hamilton. Ethan James Harriman. Caitlin Grace Harris. Dylan Wayne Hartis. Phoenix Deshaun Hawkins. Savannah Alexis Heisler. JC Cole Hendricks. Alejandra Hernandez. Alondra Hernandez. Diana Hernandez. Jocelyn Marisol Hernandez. Merlette Hernandez. Anna Marie Heron. Journey Sine Hill. Gunnar Scott Heron. Mackenzie Jean Hines. Destiny Tamashe Holbert. David James Hollywood. Brooklyn Taylor Holman. Braden Thomas Hauser. Angelina Shea Houston. Jamie Ray Elizabeth Howard. Kylie Ann Amanda Howard. Tommy Jordan Hudson. Caleb Sewell Honeycutt. Ashley Ann Hunt. Dylan Jacob Eilenfelt. Cabrion Jermaine Jackson. Raven Sine Jackson. Christopher Jacobo. Janiyah Nicole James. Kenya Charday Jefferson. Marche Tashana Jefferson. Eric Edward Gensry. Michelle Riley Jensen. Reynaldo Marcelo Jimenez. Aaliyah Tanae Johnson. JC Lynn Johnson. Cade Holland Johnson. Ryan Paul Johnson. Olivia Lawan Jones. Sierra Renee Jones. Jesse Cade Jones. Keyshawn David Jones. Peyton Scott Jones. Tori Lynn Jones Jr. Ty Allen Jordan. Caitlin Faith Jordan. Elizabeth Juarez. Joshua Eugene Paulk Kane. Sammy Kamal Kaoud. Victoria Jolie Latimer. Justin Tyler Lee. Kirsten Marie Lee. Marilis Araceli Lemus. Eli Charles Lilly. Carly Denise Loden. Colton Michael London. Robert Aiden Lonergan. Benjamin Lopez. Daniel Aiden Loretto. Jonathan Darrell Lovett Jr. Fernando Lozano Jr. Adam Samuel Luera. Julius Caesar Luna. Luna Nancy Arelli Luna. Davin Lee Lunsford. Dylan Matthew Lynch. Molly Mae Madden. Sarah Jillian Magruder. Brooklyn Elizabeth Mahon. Madison Lee Majors. Avery Addison Molesky. Leilani Manriquez. Dominique Deshawn Marcus. Stephanie Marquez Centeno. Sergio Marufo. Bryce Aaron Marshall. Cameron Blake Martin. Hayden Blaze Martin. Carlos Angel Martinez. Christian Angel Martinez. Elijah Kane Martinez. Leslie Isabel Martinez. Nevea Amor Martinez. Gabriela Alexandria Martinez. Heaven Lee Martinez. Denise Martinez Betancourt. Alexis Martinez Villagomez. DeTyler Jamon Mason. Jonathan Mata. Donovan Michael Maynard. Logan Edward MacArthur. Mishandria Rainisha Rochelle McGowan. Brian Connell McGuire. Adarian Lee McIntosh. Mark Anthony McLaughlin II. Fergie Nicole Medina Perez. Brittany Rain Medlin Minks. Stephanie Mendez. Erica Mendoza. Myra Jeanette Mendoza. Yesenia Mendoza. Kirsten Victoria Minigay. Chloe Dinder Miguez. Kayla Ann Milholland. Amber Elena Miller. Ashley Renee Miller. Michaela Lynn Miller. Mason Scott Miller. Christian David Mirabal. Cameron Michael Mitchell. Brianna Paige Moen. Samuel Alfredo Molina. Juan Raimundo Montelongo Jr. Brittany Lee Montemayor. Brandon LeBron Moore. Noah James Morales. Jacob Christopher Moran. AJ McKay Marino. Alondro Marino Jr. Isabel Marino Velasquez. Daphne Claire Morgan. Ryan Chase Morgan. Christian Cole Morris. Vanessa Hope Munguia. Brian Saul Munoz. Mia Adriana Munoz. Blake Raymond Nail. Kaylee Lehman Nash. Enrique Nava Jr. Haley Marion Neely. Tanner Garrison Newman. Kyla Deshawn Nichols. Micasey Adaria Noble. Keanu Jackson Norman. Vanessa Nunez. Joshua Dwayne Nutt. Magali Ochoa. Madison Isabel Ogden. Alexandria Elizabeth Olivares. Laura Elena G. Olivio. Alexis Nicole Orr. Jimmy Raul Ortega. Chloe Morgan Ortiz. Mario Ian Ortiz Corona. Kelvin Adaboto Asagueda Pineda. Jerron Travis Montreal Overton Johnson. Garrett David Owens. Christopher Jawan Pace. Sydney Jade Paget. Ruben Padron Fuentes. Maya Beth Palmer. Bailey Jean Paris. Nathaniel Craig Parker. Seth Landon Parker. Alexander Javier Paria. Caleb Levi Parton. Jacob Eric Parton. Alicia Sky Patterson. Grace Ashton Payne. Riley Robert Peace. Jace Austin Pena. Chandler Allen Penny. Brian Axel Perez. Crisanto Perez. Joseph Andrew Perez. Osvaldo Perez. Connor Reese Perry. Caleb Aaron Petrick. Jasmine Marche Phillips. Larry James Pickens Jr. Haley Elizabeth Pickett. Autumn Michelle Pierce. Tori Lene Pixomatis. Kernesia Leisha Polk. Tiffany Renee Powell. Kyrie Dejai Price. Brandon Priscilliano.
Hell yeah.
Dylan Joseph Puente. Brandon Gabriel Ramirez. Diego Adrian Ramirez. Ethan Kane Ramirez. Isabel Elva Aurora Ramirez. Nina Vanessa Ramirez. Savannah Rose Ramirez. River Midori Ramos. Tanya Abigail Ramos Holgan. Megan Mackenzie Ranft. Emery Giovanna Rangel Rodriguez. Devin Cole Rash. Joshua Andrew Redding. Jamarcus Taiwan Reed. Jacqueline Lee Reeves. Jordan Gunnar Rakoff. Anthony Patrick Reyna. Savannah Lee Renfro. 80 Renteria. Deanne Jeanette Rexroad. John Charles Richardson. Garrett Tucker Richmond. Vanessa Rico. Emily Michelle Ridgely. Ivania Guadalupe Rivas. Julissa Guadalupe Rivas. Sierra Lynn Robichaud. Caitlin Ann Robichaud. Marlon Antonio Robledo Reyes. Aaron Rodriguez. Abram John Rodriguez. Brandon Rodriguez. Carlos Manuel Rodriguez. Cecilia Lizette Rodriguez. Eric Lee Rodriguez. Ramon Rodriguez Jr. Adrian Trevor Rodriguez Allen. Stephanie Marie Rodriguez. Nicholas Allen Rogers. Eileen Rojas. Alejandro Romero. Fabian Enrique Romero. Natalie Nicole Romero. Emily Teresa Rosas. Taylor Alexandria Rose. Floyd Denton Ross. Raina Ali Ross. Ashton Marcus Rostetter. Marcos Alberto Ruiz. Addison Nigel Jabbar Russ Jr. Sarah Amanda Russell. Tyler Mitchell Wade Russell. Garrett Bradley Ryan. Haley Faith Ryan. Mackenzie Shea Ryer. Elias Noberto Signs II. Noah Caden Signs. Sergio Paulo Salinas. Aubrey Starr Sanchez. Natalie Sanchez. Sharice Karime Sanchez Medrano. Angel Gabriel Santiago. Jaquavian Treshawn Sargent. Olivia Michelle Schaefer. Jenna Justine Schmidt. Clayton Lane Schoolfield. Sarah Isabella Scruggs. Elizabeth Grace Sione. Andrea Yanira Servin. Navy Nakimbra Sharp. Shakira Brian Sharney Shelby. Megan Paige Sherrard. Abraham Keith Shorter. Eduardo Isa Sierra. Nadia Leocadia Esther Sigala. Gannon Cole Sigler. Nicholas J. Simmel. Eric Felix Simpson. Stephanie Dawn Skonetsky. Gracie Claire Smith. Jonah Ray Smith. Shelby K. Smith. Tamaya Dekedra Smith. Hunter Riley Cross Solis. Rainey Holland Spaniel. Eric Matthew Spielman. Addison Marie Steedman. Aubrey LaShawn Steele. Joshua Olin Stearns. Joshua Lynn Stevens. Kiana LeVay Stewart. Chance Kirby Stewart. Corbin J. Stone. Anthony James Strasbaugh. Jet Everett Strickland. Marissa Suarez. Alec Gentry Sullivan. Campbell Sheldon Sullivan. Cassidy Jaylee Sweeney. Eric Damian Taylor. Brady Clayton Teal. Aaron Michael Tesse. Dalen Luis Thomas. Michael Anthony Torres. Urema Arlette Torres. Daniel Alexander Torres. Jose Eduardo Torres Rodriguez. Maria del Sagrario Tovar Puente. Christopher Charles Dale Trammell. Jacob James Tuggle. Christopher Mark Valencia. Danny Valles. Jesse Valles. Lisbeth Leonore Velasquez. Ryan Jeffrey Vinsel. Christiana Rose Vian. Christopher Martin Villarreal. Zachary Parker Reyes Vincent. Emily Estrella Vitella. Anna Mae Voorhees. Kelvin Deshaun Wade. Bailey Ann Wakeland. Azaria Johnae Wallace. Tedraylin Lamar Washington. Robert Eugene Weir, Jr. Trevor Anthony Gaines Windler. Joshua James Westbrooks. Jeremy Eugene West. Bailey Lena Whitehead. Dentrell Whitehead. Triton Austin Wildman. Alan Perry Williams. Destiny Williams. Natalie Renee Williams. Hallie Ray Becerra. Alexis Desanay Willis. Cody Ryan Wilson. Tara Nicole Wilson. BG Wynn. Cinnamon Teray Witherspoon. Katharina Nayeli Wong. Monticello Victoria Grace Woodley. Faith Shania Woods. Jalen Trevon Woods. Marissa Jade Woods. John Daniel Workman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Waxahachie High School class of 2020.
Seniors, will you please stand? I want to congratulate you on your achievement. Okay. I'm sorry, they're not all back to their seats. Let's give them a few minutes, guys. Parents, we are taking pictures. Ivy Photography online will have your pictures for you to purchase. I am one proud principal. You guys are amazing. Before we finish, I need to thank somebody that was very strategic in helping to pull this off tonight. Miss Lori Navarro is my office manager and my right hand, and more often than not, my left hand. And this wouldn't have happened without Miss Lori Navarro. Okay, seniors, let's try this again. Will you please stand? Seniors, I want to congratulate you for your achievement. This is an important milestone. It is in my genuine belief that you are graduating from an outstanding high school, the best in Texas. This year, you helped establish new traditions, and you are leaving us with new opportunities for those that will soon follow in your footsteps. We wish you continued success and happiness in your future, and I hope that you will continue the tradition of excellence that you have established while you were with us. Again, congratulations, seniors. At this time, you may turn your tassel. Parents, I need you to bear with us. We are going to ask that you remain seated until all of the seniors exit after the fireworks show, and once they have exited the field, then we will allow you to exit the stadium. Will my officers please join me? And in Waxahachie tradition, we're going to have the school song. Dr. Avery.
A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.